As I was approaching my 50th birthday, it was more and more difficult for me to imagine my future. My lifespan as a dancer had already exceeded anything I had ever pictured as a young dancer. And so pretty quickly I arrived at this idea of creating some kind of a document where young dancers could discover these dances on their own. We did 6 dances altogether for the Choreographers Trust. In the first year, we did Brahms waltzes, danced by, beautiful, beautiful dancers, Kate Holden and Jessica Runge. The other dance from year 1 is In a Landscape. And that was the first one of my pieces using piano music by John Cage, danced by 2 gorgeous dancers, Chris Grider, a dancer coming from a ballet background, who danced with Toronto Dance Theatre for Christopher House, and Tanya Howard, who was my student at the National Ballet School, and she's now a first soloist with the National Ballet of Canada. Year 2, Yang, a dance I made for Sylvain Brochu. So that's the only dance in all of these that I didn't make for myself. I made it for Sylvain, and then thought, oh, it would be so interesting to teach that dance to a woman. So fabulous Shannon Cooney, who was with Serge Benetton in Dance Makers. I decided, since I had made that dance for Sylvain, I thought, I will make her her own version. I rearranged all the material, placing Shannon always in the negative space relative to Sylvain, which also meant they could perform it simultaneously. They each danced it by themselves, and then they danced it like a stereo version at the same time. And the other dance in year 2 was Sanctum. And that dance was a surprise because I felt like, oh, it's really, really simple. They'll learn it in 2 days and they'll just be bored for the rest of the week. And it turned out that it was very, very difficult to learn. The main metaphor in Sanctum is art practice, a spiritual practice. And I had 2 different couples, Debashish Sinha with Helen Jones, and Nova Bhattacharya, and Ed Hanley. The last dances for the Choreographers Trust are Unfold, to a big series of preludes by Scriabin, taken on by Kate Alton and Andrea Nan. Really, really beautiful dancers. We do not see them in the DVDs for Unfold. Sahara Morimoto is dancing. And same thing, it's Sahara for Brute, which is the other dance for year 3. And that was learned by 2, again, just extraordinary dancers, Rex Harrington, who was for many years principal dancer with the National, and Sasha Ivanochko, who danced for TDT for a long time, and she has been doing her own work for many, many years now. It's very interesting. You get to take a parallel path to the 2 dancers in each of these DVDs that's learning the dance, and you see how very different they are and their learning styles, and understand implicitly that your learning style will be different and your pathway will be different.